Hey guys, it's E with Scrapbooking with Me, and this is the purse stationery. Where is it? Where's my list? This is the purse stationery box with envelopes. Now this was supposed to be live, and I had problems streaming, so I guess hopefully by now all of you know. You will get this link sent to you as soon as I finish recording. And if you have any questions, all you have to do, I'll put my email address under the video. All you have to do is just email me and I'll answer your questions. Alright, this is what we're going to make. This little purse. It opens up, and then these two open up, and you can put envelopes and cards in either side of it. Closes back up to look like a little purse. So that's what we're going to make. Now, you will have different colored papers than me. The reason I chose a bright colored paper is so that you can see my score lines and things like that. But don't worry, don't think that you don't have the right thing, you do. Now I have drawn this out. This is just to show you where to cut, what pieces you keep, what pieces you don't need, that kind of thing. So the first thing that we're going to do, I'm going to lay that right there. We're going to grab our scoreboard. And you're going to put this on the long side. This is your 10.5 by 7.5 sheet, and you should have 4 of these. So put it on the long side, and you're going to score at 1 inch, at 5 3/4, and at 6 3/4. Then you're going to turn it 1 turn, and you're going to score at 1/2 and 1 1/2. Okay, I'm going to go over those one more time. On the long side, that's the 10.5 inch side, you're going to score at 1 inch, 5 3/4, and 6 3/4. Then you're going to turn it 1 turn. I turn to the left, it doesn't matter, but I just turn mine to the left. You're going to score at 1/2 and 1 1/2. That's your score lines. Now I have already done this one. You're going to need to do all 4 pieces that way. So the 4 pieces that you've got that are this size, go ahead and score all 4 of them the same way. We are going to have some giveaways in this, and we may go ahead and give away a 3rd prize just because we couldn't stream for you guys. So just hang in there. I'll have Melina come over in a little bit, and she can draw for us, and we'll give away 3 prizes in this class. Alright, you're going to turn this. I hope you can see my score lines. You see where this big piece is right here? There's 2 little boxes here. This one doesn't have a score line in it down here. So you're going to cut this big piece right here away. That is this piece. Even though it's on the different side, that's this piece right here. I'm going to cut that away. You can use your trimmer if you want to. I'm just going to use my scissors. You just need to cut all of that score line away. Don't cut down the middle of it, just cut it all away. Because when you start putting the boxes together, it makes a difference. Now when you get to that first score line, just do a little angle cut, like that. Okay? I'm going to go back. I missed a little bit of my score line right there. So I'm going to go back and cut that out. Just like that. Then this little piece right here at the top, this one little right there, that piece you're going to cut away, that one right there. So I cut in because you're going to need to angle that side too. I just cut in and go up like that. Okay. Alright, now this piece right here we're going to leave. This one we're going to leave. So turn it around with your little point out there. You're going to cut this off right here. So this one, I'm just going to mark them for you. This one and this one, we're going to cut away. And then this one, we're going to cut away. So we're going to cut that little box away, this one, and that one. We're going to leave this one right here. So all we need to do is go right down through that on the inside of that score line. Then you're going to go just like that. I heard that Christopher had problems streaming too. tell you, sometimes these internets cooperate with us and sometimes they don't. That's why I don't do a lot of lives, because I don't know, we have good internet, but sometimes it just doesn't work good. All right, you see I cut that wrong. I just showed you how to cut it and then I cut it wrong because I was talking. This one should be cut in this way, not like that. I can still use it, but it should be cut just like this. That one cut that way and that one cut that way. Don't cut it like I did. See, I cut mine this way. They should both be cut just like that. One there, one down here. But I'm going to go ahead and use this one because I've made this mistake enough that I know how to fix it. So we're not going to worry.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, exactly. That's Melina over here, by the way. Her and her husband both came over to help me today, do moderating for me, and then we weren't able to stream, so I'm still going to make them work today anyway.
We'll still expect pay also.
Yeah. See, they just want money. They just want money off of me. All right, you've got yours cut like this. And see, they're both cut the same way. Of course, this one's cut wrong right there, but they're both cut the same way. So when you trim these and cut your pieces out, you're going to make sure that you cut them the same way. Just do all 4 of them that way. Just like this right here. All of these where I've got X's should be cut away. And see, on these little tabs, I should have cut in right here and right here. Now that you've got these like this, you're going to take them and this part here, you're going to glue together. You're not going to go over that score line, so make sure that your sides still fold up, but you're going to put glue on the back of this, and you're going to glue this together. So only put glue on this big square part right here. Whoops. And don't get crazy with it like I do. Alright. Then you're just going to take this and you're going to lay it down in there, just like that. And you're going to press it down. And you need to make sure that it is as straight as you can get it, because that's going to make a difference in how your little purse goes together. Okay, so that's what we have right there. Now I went ahead and rounded the corners on mine. You don't have to do that, but I just like the look of it. So if you want to round those corners, just go ahead and do that now. Just like that. So then you've got that. I'll turn it this way so you can see it. Got that put together. And see, if I had cut this tab the right way, it would be facing out this way. But we're going to use it. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, now one end of this we need to fold up and glue these little tabs so that it will glue that shut like that. Okay? So that you can make your corners and glue that shut. Just like that. Now I'm going to use this end since I messed up on this one because I can glue it over here. I don't want to confuse you by when we get to the top. So just put some glue on these tabs. And then make sure that you pull that corner up nice and tight and that your score lines line up just like that. And then you're going to press that down. Okay, press your glue in. You can use double-sided adhesive for this if you want to. The art glitter glue catches pretty good and quick, so I just use that. Okay, so there are your corners. Nice and straight. That just makes a big difference in how your little purse comes together when you do that. Now I'm just going to use my bone folder and press that down. Make sure all of that glue is pressed out really well. So now you have that. Now these little flaps right here, this one and this one, the 1/2 inch flaps, you're going to fold those in because this piece is going to come down and go right on top of that like that. So you see it's coming together, our little compartment here. So go ahead and put a line of glue right there and a line of glue right there. And then just fold that over, making sure that your side pieces, that this side comes right to that score line right there. Just like that. Then go ahead and press that in. If you have a bone folder that's long enough, you can put it up in there and press that glue down. I just use my 10-holtz ruler. And now there is one of your little compartments. Now on these little tabs right here, I go ahead and cut them off about halfway. All those are for is to keep your lid from falling down in there. You don't need that much, so I just cut them off like that. Just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and put our magnets on here before I forget, because anybody who watches me very often knows that I always forget to put my magnets on. So we're going to put them on now. You're just going to put it probably about 1 inch down from the top, somewhere close to the center. I don't measure, I just stick it on there. This side doesn't look like, okay, that's another positive. I need a negative. All right. Now, we should have sent you 2 small magnets. Some of you might have got 3 small magnets. Some of you might have got 2 small and 1 large. If you got 2 small and 1 large, save your large for the outside. If you only got 3 small, that's fine. It will work on the outside as well, so don't worry about that. We just ran out of large ones. Right now it's hard to get product in because of the virus. Nobody is working full-time anymore, so now you're just going to fold that over, press on that where that magnet is, and hopefully when you pull it up your magnet sticks on the other side, and mine didn't, so let's do that again. Wouldn't you know, it never works when you want it to, right? Hang on, we will figure it out. I'm going to put something in there where I can press on it. Now, just make sure when you're pressing your magnet down that your sides are even. There we go. I just had to have some leverage. Okay, now we have our magnets on. So this little piece is going to close right up like that. Alright, now Melina's going to do a drawing. So I'm going to let her stick her hands in here and do a drawing for us.
Alrighty. And Natasha Pride is our winner of that drawing. And this is what you're getting, Natasha.
All right.
There we go.
So you're getting a 6x6 floral market paper pad. Very, very pretty. Some of the large magnets. And then this is the new Diana Wakely gloss sprays. So you're getting some of that. So we will send that out to you. My email will be below. You need to email me your address so that I can send this to you. Don't put it in the comments below, please. Make sure you email it to me. Okay, now we're ready to start decorating this. This one I have already done. So I've already decorated it. I've already put my pattern paper on there. So you should have 8 pieces of paper that is 5 3/4 by 3 1/2. Now you can choose how you want to put those down. Doesn't matter. That's up to you. You can choose which way you want them to go. That doesn't matter either. All of that's up to you. So just go ahead and pick out your paper and go ahead and start putting your mats on. Now when I put mine on here and here, I'm going to make sure that I round those same corners so that it matches up. And then I put one up here, and I just usually choose one that's, I don't really want on the front because it's not going to be seen that much. And we're going to put that one there. Okay. There we are. And then we're going to close that back up, and then I need to put one right here, and I'm just going to choose one that kind of goes with my flowers here. I think I might choose that one. Yeah, no, I think I'm going to choose this one. See, I changed my mind. Okay, we're going to round the corners on this one, round the bottom corners. And then press that down. Okay, now we have a piece that goes right here, and that piece, let's see where that piece might be. They are 3/4 by 5 3/4, and you should have, I believe, 4 of those, 2 for each box. So I think I'm just going to put that one down right there. Okay, so there is your little second box made. See, that's quick and easy. These two pieces we're going to save. They're going to go on the outside flaps. We'll save those. And get some of my garbage moved away here. All right, now you have a bottom piece, and it is 2 inches by 6 inches. So what you want to do with that, take your scoreboard, put it on the short side, so on the 2-inch side, and you're going to score right down the center at 1. And then I go ahead and fold and burnish. It just makes the little compartments open and close better. But I fold and burnish it both ways. Now you're going to take your 2 boxes, and with the flaps facing each other, you're going to put them together like that. So see, my flaps are facing. Put them together just like that. Flip it over on this bottom side. We're going to glue that right across there, making sure that this score line and the center where these come together matches up, because this is like a hinge. It's going to make sure that it opens and closes easily, and it's going to attach your 2 boxes. So I'm going to put my glue on here. And I usually glue one side at a time. That way I can kind of line everything up. It should fit just right. Hopefully it's not off any. You know, I did have my son-in-law over here helping cut, so I wouldn't be talking about him, but he's sitting right over there, so.
I'm a rookie, so.
All right, so we've got that one put on, and see my score line is running right down the center of that. So all I have to do now is put my glue on this side. And then, I'll put a little bit right there. And then making sure that both of my boxes are even, top, bottom, side, everywhere. And then just fold that over. Just press it down for a little bit until that glue catches. And there are your boxes attached. Just like that. So lay this piece aside. I'm not going to fool with it for a second or two. You need to get your flap now. This is your flap for your closure. This is the part that's going to come over. That's this little part right here. So get this one and your scoreboard. And you're going to put this in on the 5 3/4 inch side. So this piece is 5 3/4 by 6. So put it on the 5 3/4 inch side, and you're going to score at, let me hold my score lines back up here. You're going to score at 3 3/4. So 3 3/4, and then 4 3/4. And that is all that you have to do to that, other than I do around my corners. So on this long part, not where you put your score lines, but on this part, make sure that you round your corners if you want to. You don't have to. Then go ahead and fold and burnish your score lines. Okay, so you have something that looks like that. I'll lay this out of sight for a minute. Now we're going to take this, and at the top side, this is our top now. We didn't have to put a piece of paper on this because we're actually going to glue this top to it, but I always just go ahead and do it because I never know which way I want to turn this. So it doesn't hurt. It's just a little 3/4 inch piece of paper. It's not like you're wasting a lot, but so just decide which way you want your flap to be. If you want it to open up like this and you want this to show first, then we're going to put attach the flap back here. If you want it to do this and this one to show first, then attach the flap here. Doesn't matter. That's up to you. I'm going to do mine this way, and this is how we're going to attach the flap. Okay, attach your flap like this. This part right here is going to glue right down through here. So that's going to glue right there. This part is not going to glue at all. So all that you're going to have glued is just this one piece back here at the back. And then this one is going to fold over, and that's going to fold down, and you'll have your magnet right here. So just put glue on this part right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and hold my boxes and put glue right here. And then just line that up. It should line up perfectly with that back little box right there. Okay. So then there's your flap. That's your closure. Just like that. Now we're going to put our magnet on here. And I've got another one somewhere. Now I'm just going to use a big one just because I have it laying here, but like I said, the small ones will hold it because on that one I put the small one on there, so it doesn't matter. You're going to put it just about a 1/2 inch from the top, like that. See, that's good. That'll catch it about right there. And then just attach your other one too. Pull the backing off of it. And then making sure that your boxes are pressed together like they need to be when you put your magnet down. Then press your magnet in. And pull it up. And there you go. Got your magnet on. We didn't forget our magnet this time. We don't have to worry about trying to cover it up. Now you can put your mats on the outside. So I'm thinking that I'm going to put that one there. And this one on the inside. Maybe I'll turn that one over. Put that one on the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and round my corners again. Press that down over that magnet. And then we'll put this one right here on the front. So there is that part. All right, now you should have 4 little pieces that are 3/4 by 4.5, and they go on the sides for mats on the sides. There and there. All right, your 2 extra pieces that are 3/4 by 5 3/4, they're going to go right here on the top. Right there. And it doesn't matter if they're the same color or not, because part of this is going to be covered by the handle, so don't worry about that. I just happened to cut mine out of the same paper. I had a little scrap and I cut them out of that. So that is that part. Now this is your handle base. This is cut at 1 1/4 by 8 1/2. So you're going to take this and you're going to score it at 1 inch on each end. So 1 inch right here. This would be 7 1/2 down here. So score at 1 inch and 7 1/2. That gives you 1 inch on each end. And then you're going to flip them up, not down. You're going to flip them up. Now you can take your finger, bone folder, whatever you want to do, and just put a little bit of a curve in this. I just pull it across my fingers, and it puts just a little bit of a curve in your handle, like that. You don't want much, you just want a tiny little bit. That's going to glue down like that, but before we glue it down, we're going to go ahead and put our little piece on the top. This is a little cover. This is 1 inch by 6, so this is going to be your little mat. So just kind of even that up from the score line to score line across there. just like that. And then we're going to glue this down on top. Now when you're gluing these, you're going to have to glue kind of in the center. Don't glue all the way back to the back or all the way up to the front. Just kind of look at that center score line right there, and then just glue this center part of that little handle right there, right across that. I'll show you how this one looks. See, I put it right in the center, and even though that's a score line there, this still opens up and flips out. So it doesn't have to be back at the back. Don't worry about going on that score line. So just make sure that you put it kind of centered up so that it looks better. And the end of this is going to go right at the end of the little purse. So just put a good amount of glue because you want this to hold. And I just eyeball it. I don't measure. And then press it down like that. Okay. And I just kind of make sure that mine's as straight as it can get so that your handle doesn't look crooked. And then you're going to glue the other one down on that end like that. Just like that. Okay. And just press those in so that that glue catches. You can use double-sided adhesive on this if you don't want to use glue, if you have some. But the art glitter glue holds very well. Alright, so that, look, my top to my handle actually matched this, and I didn't even try. That is that part, and now we want to cover this part right here. So you have two pieces. This is for the front and the back that are 5 3/4 by 4 1/2. One of them's going to go here, and then one's going to go on the back. So I think I'm going to put that one in the front, right there. We'll put the other one in the back. Oh, I like that side too. Let's see. I think I'm going to put this side up. I usually squirt a little bit of glue around that magnet on the front just because it's going to get more use than any of them. So just to make sure that it holds well. So there is that, and see your magnet still catches through that. And then you're going to put your other one on the back. So there you go. Now, we didn't give you any paper to cover the bottom because I don't cover the bottom on my things like this. I just don't see a need in it, but if you want to get some paper out of your stash and cover the bottom, then you can. Alright, now we're ready to do our little rolled rose. Now, I just cut mine out of red. There's not really a lot of red in this paper, but I cut mine out of red so that you could see it just a little bit better. These are really easy to do. I know some of you guys have done them before, but if you hadn't, all you need to do is start at the end away from the center. This is the center point right here. So start at this end, and I just use a piece of a skewer, but you could use a pen, pencil, just, I don't know. Some people use a, what are those clips? No, what is that? Tweezers. There you go. That's what they're called. Some people use tweezers. I can't use tweezers because when I start to pull them out, I pull the whole rose apart. So I just started off with that, and then I put it between my thumb and my finger, and then I just continue to roll. Now, I roll it pretty tight. You can always loosen it up, but it's hard to get it tighter. So roll it tight first. If you want a looser rose, you can always come back and loosen it up. So while I'm doing this, we'll let Melinda do another drawing. I'm going to have to make her get up. Come over here, do a drawing. So just continue to roll all the way to the end. Alright, this is what we're giving away for this drawing. Of course, you know the Bling Queen's got to give away some bling. And then another 6x6 paper pad.
Okay. Amy Kitzmiller? Amy Kitzmiller.
All right, Amy. There is your name right there. Congratulations. Email us at the email listed below. Give us your mailing address and we will get that out to you. Okay, when you get to the end of your rose, you see this little round circle? You need to put lots of glue on that little round circle.
Lots?
Lots of glue. Lots. Lots and lots. And then you're going to press your rose into it. Now you can use hot glue on this if you want this to adhere really quick. I just use my art glitter glue and just hold it for a second or two. And just kind of work, push this top part down in there. Don't push too hard, you'll mess up your little petals, but I just kind of push it down in there. Hold it for a second. And there's our little rose. Isn't that cute? Now, if you had wanted this to be a looser rose, right before you glued it, just lay it down and it will loosen up. So you could have laid it down and let it loosen up, let it relax a little bit, and then glued it. I like mine pretty tight. That way you don't see down through it, but that's up to you, whichever one you want. All right, you also should have in your little kit, let me find mine, you should have a little ephemera piece, a couple of leaves, and a little rose. This is like an epoxy rose of some color. Don't know what color yours will be, but mine is, I just picked a yellow one for my background. So I'm going to put my leaves down first. I think I'll glue those about like that. And I just glue the very base of my leaf. I don't glue up close to it, to the top. That way I can kind of turn my leaf up. So just like that. And then on this one, you need to put lots of glue here again and just set that down and just leave it sitting there until it kind of catches. With art glitter glue, it doesn't take it long, but if you have another type glue, or if you have some Fabri-Tac, you can use Fabri-Tac and it will catch real quick. Now this little piece we put over here, or you could put it there. You can put yours wherever you want. I'm going to put mine right here. And if you want to put yours up on pop dots, you can. I just usually stick mine down like this. It doesn't matter. That the decorating is up to you. And now for our little rose, and I think I am going to use some Fabri-Tac on my little rose because it is that epoxy type stuff and it probably would not stick well. And you don't have to use the product that's in your kit. If you want to decorate yours up another way, you can do that. This is just, things that we supplied for you. Okay? So that is what you should have right there. And now I go ahead and I put a couple of pieces of bling at the top. I think you got some extra pieces of bling maybe in your kit. I'm just going to put a couple of pieces of bling up here. Right in the center, and just like that. Okay. All right, we're going to do our third and final drawing for this class, and this is a 6x6 paper pad, Heathron double-ended brush. That's a brush on this end, and I think the other one is like a fine tip. Yeah. So, and then a pack of flowers. So the winner is, drum roll. We don't have a drum roll.
Alrighty.
Vinny usually does a Maymay's drum roll.
Dee Dee!
Dee Dee, you won! Yoo-hoo! Guess what, Dee? You've been wanting one of my little mini albums. You've asked me for it a dozen times. I told you I was going to bring you one to Made It Con, and since we didn't get to come and meet, I'm going to mail you one with this kit. So make sure that you send me your address. I know you sent me a gift yesterday, but I don't think I saved your address. So email me your address, and you will get this, Dee. Now see how easy that was? That was not hard at all, was it? And now you're ready to put your envelopes in there. Now, let me say this. On the sheet that we sent with your kit, it was brought to my attention that we had put 10 each of cards and envelopes. We tried putting 10 in here. I mean, I even tried putting 10 in mine, and it made it bulge a little bit, especially if you have them decorated. If you want to give this as a gift and you have them decorated, then it's going to make that bulge. So we cut it down to 7 so that, you know, everybody wouldn't stick them in there and then say, oh, my envelopes are not fitting. So we cut it down to 7. So you've got 7 each, 7 envelopes and 7 cards. But now if you want to try to add more in yours, that's up to you. I just didn't want to send them to you and then you stuff them in there and then say, this is not fitting, Edith. What did you do to it? So I put, now all I have left, since I sent everything to you guys, is just envelopes. So I'm just going to put envelopes in each side of mine. Just put your envelopes on one side and your cards on the other side. Now you can go ahead and do a little bit of decorating on here if you want with your own supplies. I don't decorate on mine in here because they have to fit together really flush. So if you put anything on there, it would have to be something that was flat. It'd have to lay flat. So, but that is it. That is your little purse stationery bag. Isn't that cute? So that is the class. I hope you enjoyed this, guys, and I'm sorry that we couldn't do the live. Our internet, we live out in the country, and we have really good recording speed and upload speed, but when it comes to streaming, we just don't have good speed when it comes to streaming. I'm sorry that that didn't work. I was looking forward to streaming with you guys and talking to some of you, but hopefully this video will be good for you. Like I said, if you have any questions after you get your project started, if something doesn't look right or whatever, just email me at the email below. I'll try to answer all your questions and take care of things for you. All right, we will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.